ready to make the really neat shapes that are going to be on this handle. And the best way to do that is with a spindle gouge. This one right here is a 1/2-inch spindle gouge with what you'd call a normal grind pretty much. It doesn't go very far around the corner. This is good for long, slow beads like you would see on the handle right here. Not this end, but this end right here. This is a great tool for that because it's like driving a Cadillac, big, soft, and cushy. But when you want to make the smaller beads, you actually want to use a smaller spindle gouge because it's more nimble. It'll turn faster. This one still has a regular grind on it. And the thing I like to do to them actually is I like to put a swept back grind on mine. So here's another spindle gouge. It's the same spindle gouge, but look at the edge I put on there. And with that swept-backed edge, I can cut with more of the side here to help me make better shapes. It also clears out more of the metal so I can make the curves and make the beads. So the first thing I want to do is to get my handle here and find a pencil. I always have one handy somewhere. And I want to turn the lathe on. And I'm going to bring the speed down a little bit. We're not going to go crazy here. I'm going to match this up to the wood right there. And I want to make marks so I can kind of duplicate this shape again. And I'm going to put that right there. I want this symmetrical. So there's going to be a bead there. Then we're going to have a shape here. And then we go all the way down to the handle down there. This might change once I get that far. But now that I have those marks, I can start moving some wood. So I'm going to grab my swept back spindle gouge and start rolling. So I make a cut and I turn the tool and I lift the handle just a little bit. You've got it into my side, but you got to have a little freedom. You don't want to have it in there really tight. If you're holding it too tightly against your hip, you're not going to be able to make the motion up that you need to make. So you can see the wood's moving away really nicely, and I'm making the bead, and as I always like to say, you sneak up on a bead. Now the whole idea I want here is I want a nice curve shape, and don't stick that into the wood like that either. It's not a good thing. This is going to be waste wood down here. So I'm going to come over here and start making my curve. And I'm not going to follow my old design exactly because as you get to turning, you're going to find some things just happen. You know, serendipities there. All of a sudden a shape comes into mind and you just go with it. I like turning that way. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes you wind up with something a little funky looking. Sometimes you wind up with something that's really awesome looking. So you can see I'm making my curves. Kind of looks like a pill bottle right now, or a pill. We'll make the bottle later. So now this is where I want to put in my bead. You can see the bead right there, so I need to clear out wood on this side to start making the bead there. So we'll come over to here and start doing this. It's almost like a V-cut. You don't really have to do a lot of curve. And then I want to bring this down, so I'm just using it like a roughing gouge. I'm sweeping it back and forth. So that's my height. Now, here comes the fun part. I'm going to turn and take that point right into the wood there. This shape is determined by the shape of the tool. You can see the angle it makes. I can't make anything more aggressive than that, or the sides will start hitting. So there's the start of my bead right there. Now I want to curve in like so here. This is going to be a little bit lower. I'm going to come back like this, and you just kind of work your way into the bead. You don't rush it. You just start making the shape.
Wood Turning with Tim Yoder is sponsored by
Easy Wood Tools, the wood turning system. Visit easywoodtools.com.
Robust tool rests all feature a hardened rod on the top that won't nick or ding and are warranted for life. Like our popular comfort rest pictured here, sizes to fit most popular lathes.
Cook Woods, your home for the finest exotic and domestic hardwood since 1999.
Woodworkers Emporium, your source for robust and Vic Bart lathes, Rikon tools, and Easy Wood Tools. The American Association of Wood Turners, the world's authority on everything wood turning.
Thompson Lathe Tools. Welcome to a new level of professional wood turning tools.
Titebond has the widest choice of glues to help with whatever project you want to tackle.
And
Rikon Power Tools. Tools designed by woodworkers.